Hi, welcome to Chat Survivor Bush with Zac and Tim, your weekly inside scoop to everything that happened behind the scenes on Survivor. This is my co-host Tim, and we're here to talk about the episode. Tim, what was your overall opinion of this week's episode?
I definitely thought that it was interesting, and it was full of twists and turns that I didn't see coming.
The show started off with Daniel and Rhino going to exile. Do you think it was a smart move on Rhino's part to tell his whole tribe about the clue?
No, I don't think that I would have done the same thing. I just would have been probably playing for myself out there.
Viewer Mark asked, do you think one of the two found the clue, the hidden immunity idol, and is hiding it from their tribe?
No, I don't think that they did, but if they did, they certainly did a good job of hiding it.
On last week's show, you said you thought Rhino was in control of a die. This week, you saw in the episode that there was a secret plot to get rid of Michael. Do you still think that Rhino's in control, or who do you think's really calling the shots?
Definitely not. I was definitely pleased to see that he wasn't calling all the shots. I think that would have been pretty boring, but I think that Zac's secretly trying to lead that other alliance, and I'm pleased to see that it's definitely working out for him. So,
when Mari's talking about the other alliance, she says that her alliance is with Zac, Megan, and Veronica. She doesn't mention Forrest. Do you think that Forrest is left out of the alliances, or what do you think's going on with Forrest?
Definitely not. I think that she kind of views Forrest as a threat because he could sway on either side, I guess, to whichever side he feels helps him out the most.
On the flip side, in the Tuscarora tribe, do you think Daniel's still in control of Tuscarora, or do you think someone else is emerging as the leader?
I think he's secretly in control, but I think Jay is kind of creeping up on him, and I think that Jay is certainly projecting to the rest of the group that he is, in fact, the actual leader.
Adai won this week's immunity challenge, and then Jackson freaked out. What is your opinion on that?
Well, I definitely think that his teammates weren't pleased to see that. I think that he doesn't react very well under very stressful situations, so I think that definitely hurt him as his image.
As soon as Josh asked the Adai tribe who they wanted to send to exile, Forrest was quick to say Sarah. What's your opinion on that?
Honestly, I had no idea. I'm not exactly sure why he said that, but he definitely said it quick, so it was probably premeditated.
Yeah. Before the challenge even happened, me, Forrest, Rhino, and Mari all sat down and we thought about who we wanted to send to exile, and we thought about who we would think would create the most rift in the other tribe, and we wanted to try to stir up some tension between maybe Daniel and Jay.
Oh, dirty.
Yeah. So now we're going to go to our special guest this week. We have Paige Monreal, our second castaway voted out the tribe. Hi, Paige. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. We have a few questions for you. Awesome Frosh wants to know, what were your reasons for knowing you would be voted off first?
I didn't really make any alliances, and me and Daniel were on bad terms before the games really even started.
Viewer Melinda asked, if you saw it coming, why didn't you try and save yourself?
I didn't think it would be possible because it took too long. I took too long, and Daniel had already talked to everyone, and I wish I could have tried, but I knew it would be impossible.
Do you feel like you were at a disadvantage from the start by being put in the Tuscarora tribe?
Yeah, because I was planning to try with people I didn't like, and I think I would have done much better if I was in the Adai tribe with, you or Veronica and Forrest.
If you could have made an alliance with anyone in your own tribe, who would you have made an alliance with and why?
I would have to say I would have made an alliance with Jay and Sarah, and I would have tried to get rid of Daniel immediately.
What was your reasoning for putting Jackson and Lisa on the balance challenge?
Well, really, all of our guys were bigger and not very good at balancing, and Jackson volunteered, so we put him up there. And Elise did cheerleading and stuff like that, so she was naturally good at balancing. So.
What would you have done differently in the game if you could have?
I wish I would have stepped up and tried to win the challenge, the last challenge that I would have done before I got voted out. Since I knew I was on the line to be voted out, and if I would have won the challenge, people would have seen that I wanted to be there, and maybe I could have made alliance on the first night.
How was your overall Survivor experience?
It was very different, and I feel like I should have tried harder and let everyone know that I did want to be there. I just felt like no one was even open-minded to be in an alliance with me.
Awesome Frost wants to know, would you want to come back for this year, for this season?
Yeah, I would like to come back, and I would try a lot harder and make more alliances quickly, because I feel like I have a lot of potential.
Okay. And finally, in a couple of people's interviews, like Jay and Daniel, they said that you just weren't trying hard enough at the challenge. Do you agree with this?
I don't agree with that at all. I feel like I tried extremely hard in that challenge, in the water challenge. And I did kind of not almost drown, but like I did shove a few girls under the water, and I think I was the most competitive girl on our team.
I would completely agree with you on that, but that's all the time we have, so thank you very much, Paige, for joining us.
And that was Paige. Thank you very much, Paige. Tim, were you surprised to see Paige go first in Tuscarora?
Honestly, no. I don't think that she wanted to be on the show for very long, and I don't think that people agree with her work ethic that much, so I think that hurt her a lot.
And to wrap things up, what are your predictions for next week's episode? Who do you think is going to get voted off in Tuscarora or die, depending on who loses the challenge?
I think Jackson's still in the hot seat, as well as Michael, even though he doesn't really know it. So I think that's going to be really cool.
And what are your favorites so far?
I think Forrest is my other favorite, just because I don't know, he's kind of sneaky, and he's not really sure who to go with, so I think that's cool. And Jay is my other favorite, just because he's just emerging as the other leader, and I think that he's doing a good job at it.
All right. Well, that's all for today's episode. This is Chat Survivor Bush with Zac and Tim, signing out till next week. See ya.